Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I don't know how many of you know, but when I was a teenager I had very bad acne. There are a lot of different types of acne. I did not have cystic acne, so I was lucky in that sense, but I did have small white pus-filled spots all over my entire face, which sounds disgusting and it was not pleasant to have, it was not comfortable, and when I had the acne I did not know how to cover it whatsoever. Basically every single thing I did kind of made it look a lot worse than it was, but at the time that was the only thing I could think of to do to cover it. I used to wear layers upon layers of liquid foundations. I would apply cream concealers and then set it with powder over the top of that, and it just was not the best way to cover it at all. Now that I am a professional makeup artist, basically in my job I obviously have to do makeovers on so many different people, and yes, that includes people with acne. Acne is certainly not the easiest thing to cover. Not only do you have to try and cover the redness that acne causes on the skin, but also the texture, because you guys with acne out there will know that your skin texture is very bumpy and the spots can get so big that they honestly feel like little hills on your skin. Now I wanted to clear something up before I get into it, and that is, for some reason, acne coverage tutorials I found tend to be very controversial. I just wanted to put it out there that every single person has their own way of covering acne, every single makeup artist has their own techniques, every person has their own techniques. If it's working for you, keep doing it. If it's not working for you and you want to find a better way to do it, then that is what I'm making this video for, because I am a professional makeup artist, it is my job, and I camouflage people's acne several times a week, so that is why I wanted to make this video today, to try and help you guys, because I know firsthand how debilitating acne can be. Oh, by the way, because I'm sure someone's going to comment this, makeup does not cause acne. Makeup can do a lot in order to camouflage the acne and make you feel better about your skin, but it is not going to cause acne. Makeup can obviously cause blocked pores and things like that. You might get a zit, or you might get one spot or a few pimples from makeup, but acne in the truest form is hormonal. It's caused from inside your body, not what you apply to your face. It can also be caused by food intolerances, dietary intake, things like that. Oh yeah, and finally, I know already guys that my skin does not have acne anymore. I know I'm going to get some comments saying, oh, you don't even have acne, you should be showing this on someone that has acne. One of my girlfriends has adult acne, and I did ask her if she would want to be my model for this video so I could show you guys how to cover her acne. She has cystic acne, and she very politely declined and said that she does not want to show her bare face on camera on the internet, which is absolutely fine. I understand that. So now that that is all cleared up, keep on watching and I'll show you how I have found is the very best way to cover acne, in my opinion. Alright guys, so the first thing that you want to do is moisturize your skin. I'm not going to tell you which moisturizer to use because there's so many that you can use. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. You just want to make sure that it's lightweight, suitable for daytime, and it doesn't leave an oily film on the skin. I will do a blog post on this entire tutorial, so check in the description box for a link to the blog post. In the blog post you'll find all my suggestions of good moisturizers to use. So I've already applied my moisturizer to my face and I've let it soak in for about 5 minutes. You don't want to go straight in with your foundation right after your moisturizer, otherwise your moisturizer is still going to be sitting on the surface of your skin and your foundation won't adhere to the skin properly. Okay guys, so I've been watching so many different tutorials on YouTube of how to cover acne, and being honest with you, when I'm watching them I literally want to close my eyes. Number one, you never ever want to rub your foundation into your skin. I will get onto that later, why you do not want to do that. You do not want to use too many products. If you're layering up creams and powders and liquids and primers and sprays and all those potions, you're going to make your skin so much worse, and your skin is going to look a lot more bumpy and textured than it possibly already does. I'm going to show you one foundation now that I absolutely swear by, and that is this foundation here. This is the Chanel Perfection Lumiere Velvet Foundation. It's got an SPF of 15. No, it's not going to give you flashback in photos. You're not going to look like a ghost. It is the thinnest texture I have ever found in a foundation, and it gives absolute coverage. I would think of this foundation as being an investment in your skin rather than spending loads of money on different creams, different concealers, different powders, different foundations. Just get this and it will do the job of 10 different products. Now when you have acne or spots or anything like that, you usually have a lot of redness in your skin and you have a lot of uneven texture. So obviously if you have cystic acne or you have a lot of spots on your face, your skin is not going to be smooth and it's not going to look smooth. It's going to look bumpy and you're going to be able to see the bumps, especially if you're layering up loads of different makeup products and those makeup products have a very thick texture. It's easy enough to cover the redness in the skin. You can do that using any kind of thick foundation, but it's not that easy to cover up the texture of the skin or the bumpiness of the skin. Believe me, I know. So I'm going to show you how to cover the acne using just this foundation here. I'm taking a clean sponge and I'm going to begin by patting that into my skin. This is very important. There we go, so I've applied one fine layer to this half of my face, and this half of my face has no foundation on it. This foundation is completely buildable, so if you apply one fine layer and feel like you need more coverage, wait for that to kind of dry and you will know when it's dry, because if you just touch it like that, it feels dry, it doesn't feel wet anymore. Once that's dry, you can go in and apply another layer, which is what I'm going to do because I would like more coverage than this. In the tutorials that I watched, a lot of the girls were getting their foundation on their hands and literally buffing it into their skin like this. They were rubbing it in like that and moving their skin about and moving the spots about and moving the acne. And I understand that that seems like a logical way to apply your foundation, but as a makeup artist, there are so many better ways that you can apply it that's going to give you a better finish. When you rub your skin, whether you're just rubbing your skin with nothing on your hands or rubbing foundation into your skin or rubbing moisturizer into your skin, what you're actually doing is causing micro exfoliation on the surface of your skin. And if you already have acne, all that's going to achieve is very tiny little flakes all over the surface of your skin, and it's going to make the skin surface even rougher and more uneven than it already was. By patting your foundation into your skin, you're going to smooth down all those flakes, and if you do have any scabs on your acne, which sounds awful, but I know, I've been there, it's going to smooth those down as well rather than exacerbate them and make them appear more flaky and more scabby than they were. One very important thing to do if you do have acne or if you have oily skin is you need to set your foundation in place with a powder. If you don't set it in place with a powder, number one, your foundation will melt off your face so much quicker and it's not going to set properly. Number two is that if your foundation remains wet, i.e. it's not been set with powder, every time the sun hits your face or if a light hits your face, the wetness of the foundation or the oil that's on your skin will catch the light and it's going to highlight any of the uneven texture or any of the bumps that your acne has caused on your skin. You want to make sure that you use a fine textured powder that's going to mattify your skin. If your skin is matte, it's going to absorb the light and nothing is going to catch the light. So everything is going to appear very smooth and very flat and even textured. The powder that I'm going to use is this one here. This is the Australis Fresh and Flawless powder. You can only get this powder in Australia, but don't worry guys, because any powder you use will be just fine as long as it is mattifying. Another thing that I've noticed in tutorials already on YouTube for acne coverage is that they get their powder on their brush and then they go... they basically rub it into their skin. What that's going to do is it's going to move all the foundation that you've applied underneath and you'll no longer have that nice, smooth, even, flawless coverage. What you want to do is get a nice, big, soft, fluffy brush like this. It does not have to be expensive. Get a little bit of your powder at a time, tap off the excess, and gently press it into your skin over the top of your foundation so that you don't move the foundation underneath. Here are the only two other foundations that I actually recommend for skin with acne. One is MAC Studio Fix. Yes, this gives brilliant coverage, but the texture is much thicker than the Chanel Perfection Lumiere Velvet, and it will definitely need to be set in place with powder to keep it on because it does not dry on the skin. And this one here is the Revlon Colorstay foundation, and I would recommend you use the one for combination / oily skin. Again, this has excellent coverage. I actually think better coverage than the MAC Studio Fix, but the texture is very similar to MAC Studio Fix. It's quite a thick textured liquid. In my opinion, in order to cover acne, you do not need to use concealers. A concealer, all it is really is a cream or liquid with a lot of coverage. If you're already using a foundation with a lot of coverage, you're not going to need a concealer. The thing with concealers is they tend to have a very thick texture, and when you have acne, it's not just the redness you need to cover, it's the bumpiness and the uneven texture of your skin. And applying a thick cream or a thick liquid on top of that is not going to smooth the texture of your skin, it's actually going to make it look worse. There you go guys, so that was the finished tutorial. I really do hope that you found that helpful, and I just wanted to say at the very end that your skin will get better. Your skin does not define you. You are still beautiful, and you really can't help what your skin does. It's all caused internally, so you're not doing anything wrong. Just keep going and just keep doing what you're doing and your skin will improve. But in the meantime, makeup will help a lot in order to camouflage it and make you feel a little bit better. If you have any questions, of course, leave them in the comment section down below so that I can try and help you with them. I have Twitter and Instagram as well if you want to check them out, and you can chat to me on there. I'll have the links to them in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you next time.